Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Friday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV. It is yet another time where we take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers today. And with me, Tandi Wemsumara, and I'm not alone, I'm here with my colleague
Emmanuel Chuocha.
Good morning, Emmanuel. How are you?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm okay.
Thank you.
I've been here since 5.
Yeah.
And we're still continuing to do so until sometime later this morning. So today in our press review edition, we have the Daily Times and the Nation. You want to start?
Okay, I will. But as always, as I do.
Ladies first?
Ladies
That's
first.
okay. I'll
Yeah.
go for it. I'll go for it.
Okay.
On the front page of the Daily Times, there's a story here. The headline reads, Kamuzu legacy looms large. Speakers draw late leaders' ideals and national reflection. Police fire tear gas at MCP supporters. Part of the story reads, speakers at Kamuzu Day commemorations yesterday linked Malawi's current economic challenges to what they described as the founding president's legacy of hard work and agricultural development as the country continues to face shortages of foreign exchange and fuel. People from all walks of life gathered at Kamuzu Mausoleum to honor the late Hastings Kamuzu Banda with family members, clergy and diplomatic community, traditional leaders and government officials in attendance. Zulu, ngati dziko la Malawi timakumbukira Kamuzu Day.
Yes.
So we timakumbukira mtsogoleri woyambirira wa dziko lino, Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda. Zambiri zinachitika. Chakummawa tinali ndi mwambo umene boma linakonza umene unachitika pa Kamuzu Mausoleum. Kenako nawa chipani cha Malawi Congress MCP analinso nawo mwambo wawo soon after boma umene unachitikira ndithu ku MCP headquarters ku mzinda wa Lilongwe. Komano sizinathe bwino. At the end of it all zinapezeka zokuti mwambo utatha ku headquarters anthu akuyenda ulendo wandawala maka amenewo ndi mtsogoleri wa chipani ichi Dr. Lazarus Chakwera pamodzi ndi ena mwa phungu komanso otsatira chipani ichi amayenda ulendo wandawala chokera ku headquarters kuseserekera ku Kamuzu Mausoleum kumene amafuna akayale nkhata. Anapezeka kuti akumanizana ndi apolisi. Zinapezeka zokuti mpaka kunatchedwa kutsokhetsa msozi.
Yeah, izo zimene zinachitika ndithu kuti tsiku limene timati chikondwerero sizinathe bwino kumbali ya chigawo chakumasana, koma zam'mawa zinatha bwino kwa ife mammawa tinali komweko tapemphera nawo tachita nawo mwambo wonse ngakhale masanawa ku headquarters uko tinali konko tachita nawo zonse ndipo ananena kuti president opuma amene wa Dr. Lazarus Chakwera akayala nkhata kumeneku ndi pamanda pamene padagona Kamuzu Banda ndipo atanyamuka ndithu atayenda kamtunda ndithu naona kuti apolisi kumeneku achinga kuti anthu asakafike kumeneku ndipo anaponyadi utsokhetsa msonzi zimene zidachititsa kuti achakwerawo komanso ndi anthu onse asakafike kumeneku achoke pamalopo titaonera kuti ngati chothawa. So zimene zachitika ndipo zambiri kunjako zikulankhulidwa koma tinaona mneneri wa boma dzulo akulemba ndithu kutulutsa chikalata onena kuti zimene achita apolisi sizolakwika kuti no one is above the law chifukwa munthu akuti kuti uyende pa msewu umayenera ukapempha chemana. Yes, umayenera ukapempha chilolezo ku city council apolisi wadziwitse. Yes. So kanga zimene sizinachitika. So meranenera boma alankhula amabungwe sosiyanasiyana akulankhula akatswiri olankhula pa nkhani zosiyanasiyana akulankhula. So izi ndi zimene zachitika and I am sure kunena kuti nkhani sikuti yatayatayimo timve zambiri zikuchitika zambiri zikulankhulidwa koma ife timabwera pano kuwauza Malawi zimene zalembedwa manyuzipepa athu. So tisachite ngati mwina kuchita sugar coat ndimaona ngati mwina imene iyimire pomwepo mukuona bwa
ayi palibe vuto. Of course, like you said, utantambira kuyankhulapo zambiri. It's not just civil society leaders, even certain influencers on Facebook. I have seen a number of posts, mixed reactions.
Yes.
Really. to say generally zinthu sizinaende zinthu sizinaende pamene mwina kuchitika kukambirana kwabwino bwino kuti mwina event yo generally in my opinion imene kukhala imodzi sikumaena kukhala ma events awiri osiyana because at the end of the day in my opinion Kamuzu Day is not a political day. It's about the first president of Malawi, not the MCP president or not a political person. Muntu amene titayamba democracy. Not that I know titayamba no ufulodza mulira tokhangalidziko. He was the first president. So he remains a monument, and I think we could do better as a country.
Mwandisangalatsa maomo kunena kuti it's not a political function. You would see kuti function yadzule kunali amayika ma flag. When you talk of the decorations, you will not see the party colors. Akugwitsa ntchito mwina kuyika ngati makakachi pani chani ayi, which shows kunena kuti ngakhale aboma amapanga realize kunena kuti it's not a political party thing, but it's for the nation. Pali nkhani apa imene akukamba kuti a private partsmith cost 8 life on a Kamuzu Day. Founding President Hastings Kamuzu Banda's ceremony birthday yesterday did not give a break to police officers breathing the Shile Valley sweltering heat to stop killings of men falsely accused of stealing local private parts. Malawi Police Service yesterday entered the 60th day patrolling mob justice hotspots in the twin Shile Valley district of Chigwawa and Msanje, with the news that one of the 2 men injured in the superstitious attack had died in the early hours of 14th May. Yes.
I saw that yesterday and I was like, I thought Zintuzitu were done with it because I have seen it and has actually his own Komaso and Bali Aboma. Bila chito yo punzita. Maga wujabu wakotendera na manja.
Completely.
Punzita ntu kanizosana. Ndizinto zomvetsa chisoni takarunena kunena kuti in a day like today in 2026 as a country tikhoza kumafalitsa nkhani zabodza kufika mpaka po chitirana nazo zipongweta chokulero ndizomvetsa chisoni. You can take one more.
ACB salary increment disparities steers trouble. Tension is blowing at the Anti-Corruption Bureau ACB over the decision to provide a hefty salary increment to senior officers, with some getting up to 45.9% against 16% for lower grades. Sources at the Bureau confirmed to the Nation that development have caused a storm, with lower grades employees perceiving the adjustment as disproportionate and favoring top management.
So the difference is huge, 45% to 16%.
And you
and for ACB it's going to be scrutinized. It's bungo limene banga spearhead issues to do and they're supposed to be fairness somewhere. So I'm going to business news. A headline here is Malawi records $514 million trade gap in 2 months. Part of the story reads that a bumpy start in trade leaves Malawi with a $514 million deficit over the first 2 months to February, rising from last year's $468 million during the same period. However, the deficit slightly reduced in percentage points from 82.5% last year, same period, to 80.6%, according to monthly economic reviews by the Reserve Bank of Malawi.
The business UNH's homegrown industrial revolution assessment says technology should anchor Malawi's 2063. Findings of the new United Nations UN assessment indicate that Malawi can accelerate industrialization in line with the long-term development strategy, Malawi 2063, if it enhances manufacturing and assembly of products locally.
Okay, moving on to arts and culture. A headline here is Praise Malawi curates 2 album listening sessions. Part of the story reads, Luntha bass singer and guitarist personally invades Game Underground parking in Luntha tomorrow, kicking off listening sessions for his album titled Dreams for Soul. The 12-track album, recorded in Manifest Studios, has tracks such as Manta, Sedimanza, Blessings featuring Teresa Pondo, Amini, Flight Mode featuring Teddy Makadi, Loud featuring Amanda Black, and Let Me Go featuring Driemo.
We'll go straight to sports. Zuzu City Hammers offload 6 players. Zuzu City Hammers Football Club have released 6 players ahead of the kick-off of the 2026 NBS National Division League. The club has announced the team, which will kick off the season against Bangwe All Stars tomorrow at Luntha Stadium, will be without Mustafa Jack, Maulana Edi, Chisomo Sambani Banda, Brian Pili, Patrick Banda, and Oblak Mwakisambe.
Speaking of the local sports, a headline here on the back page reads, For Good Cause, Eagles join anti-mob justice campaign in Shere Valley. Part of the story reads, FDH Bank Premiership side Blue Eagles has joined the fight against brutal killings of people suspected to be hiding private parts of others in Chikwawa and the Nsanje districts. Eagles traveled to Ngabu Sports Club in Chikwawa, where they played against Ngabu Select yesterday, winning 1-0. At least now 8 people have been killed in the 2 districts over alleged involvement in the mysterious disappearance of men's private parts.
Samasewero, yeah.
Yes, and also
Actually, ndimafuna ndiwayamikire apolisi. You see, atangona kuti izi zikuchitika, they didn't wanted to take nthawi yayitali koma kuyamba ma awareness campaign and kuona kunena kuti anthu amakonda masewera mpira. TNISO bwanji their awareness campaign tiagwiritse ntchito masewera mpira. This is something that I think we should encourage. I would also mwina urge farm komanso sulu moyendetsa za masewera osiyanasiyana mdziko muno. Why not using sports pamene mwina tikupanga ma matches kapena ma event enake? Awareness campaign amene azipitilira chifukwa you see kuti kumpira umapanga attract a large crowd of
Actually, at this point, it's not just about sports, because at this point, sports are bagare.
Yeah.
So that on that part, but we're also talking of malas bembezo. Kandi kuzikiti, kandi kumaparish, kandi
machali
I think so to go in kumene just kumadzaza. Services ya tutukwena so tigwiritse ntchito ma services amene aja kulimbikitsana kuphunzitsana chifukwa pena so kumakhala mwina kuperewera kwa information.
Yes.
Usadziwa ndikufa komwe amatero. I'm heading towards international sports.
Yeah.
And a headline here is Arsenal kept on toes. Phil Foden says anything can happen on the final day, and his Manchester City team are keeping Arsenal on their toes in the Premier League title race. Much to change, City wrote the Premier League title race on at least another week with a confident 3-0 victory over sluggish Crystal Palace. You know what? English Premier League now of the Manchester City.
Arsenal 79 points, Manchester City 77 points. So it's autamangitsana. Wina wake atakupunthwa ndipo pakadali pano ndimaona ngati kusangalala mwansanga sikufunikira. But all in all, whosoever amene atawine, we wishing them all the best.
Almost definitely. And that also brings us to the end of what we have for you in this edition of Press Review for today, Friday, the 15th of May 2026. Remember that we only managed to take you through some of the stories that are appearing in the newspapers. And for more details to the stories we've read, and some of which we could not, get yourself the papers with the Daily Times going at the price of 4,000 kwacha. I'm not so sure about the
Nation. Yes, it's 4,000 kwacha.
4,000 as well.
Yeah, sure.
All right. And from me, Tanya Mzumara, and my colleague
Emmanuel Chuocha.
And not forgetting on the FCC behalf, Kalista Kamwendo, it's goodbye for now. Do not change the channel. We are going to be back on set at around 10. We do have a special program on the awareness of mob justice awareness campaigns. So do stay tuned to Luntha TV. Remember that you can also catch us on social media. We are on Facebook at Luntha Television and on YouTube at Luntha TV Official. Good morning.